The brutal truth is this: every day, countless founders and leaders get crushed, not because their ideas are weak, but because they fail to build something no competitor can touch, something that locks down a market like a fortress. The pain? It's real. Watching competitors swoop in, copy your moves, steal your customers, and strip your dream down to bare bones. Frustration so thick, it suffocates. The gnawing fear that all the blood, sweat, and sleepless nights might just evaporate into thin air. This is the silent killer in every startup boardroom and every investor pitch. But here's the key, the secret they don't tell you. It's not just about having a great product or the slickest pitch. It's about creating a moat. A moat so wide, so entrenched around your business, nobody, even the biggest sharks, can get close without drowning. And it all starts with competitive differentiation. Forget the usual advice. Forget the cliche about unique value proposition shoved down your throat like some hollow mantra. What's needed is savage clarity, ruthless execution, and a fresh lens on what makes you so fundamentally different your competitors can barely even touch your edges. Picture this: differentiation that's not just a feature or some flashy design tweak, but a deep structural muscle in your business. Something that seeps into every corner, your culture, your technology, your go-to-market moves, and turns your competition into mere shadows at your gates. The first brutal step: stop being just better. Better is a trap. Everyone claims to be better. Instead, be irreplaceable. The brutal truth is customers don't care about you. They care about solving their problem in a way no one else can. You have to dig so deep into their pain that your solution becomes the only way out. A no alternative epiphany. This means obsessively studying your customer's life before they know they have a problem, during the chaos of their struggle, and how they feel once they stumble into your solution. Your differentiation has to echo in their bones. It has to scream, "I was made for you and no one else." Next, weaponize your story around the pain that others ignore. Your competitors try to minimize the customer's struggle, gloss it over. They fear discomfort or simply don't get it. You must lean in harder, expose the raw nerve, connect emotionally so fiercely that the customer feels seen, known, and understood. Every marketing word, every product move, every interaction must reflect this unbreakable bond. That is your moat's foundation, emotional differentiation. Without it, your offering is just noise dead on arrival. But do not stop there. The smartest founders architect moats at multiple levels simultaneously. Differentiate not only emotionally, but also technically. Build technology architectures or operational models impossible to clone overnight. It could mean owning proprietary data, building an ecosystem so vast and interdependent no one can enter without your blessing, or having a culture so unique and intense your people produce innovations others never dream of replicating. That's your fortress wall, the practical barrier that slows down anyone trying to breach your turf. Here comes the controversial part that few dare to admit. Sometimes your moat must be uncomfortable. It's not about babysitting customers or coddling convenience. It is about pushing them to the edge, driving them to see life through your lens. This means designing products or services that demand commitment, discipline, or even a little pain, because true change is never painless. It burns. And if your competition offers quick fixes or shallow comfort, your moat becomes the only path that leads to real transformation. Are you ready to build that kind of moat? Ready to challenge your customers and make them stronger through your differentiated offering? This is not a mass market shortcut. It's a barricade for the serious few willing to transcend the ordinary. Let's talk go-to-market with surgical precision. Your launch cannot just be loud. It must be a declaration of territory, a thunderclap that scares your competition and rallies your tribe. Go beyond ads and blog posts. You need a multi-tiered engagement strategy, hyper-personalized outreach that feels like a hand reaching into the chaos of your customers' world and pulling them out, conferences or communities where your future customers breathe, and partnership ecosystems that embed your product into irreplaceable workflows. Your moat becomes a living entity, growing as these forces intertwine. Each connection, each touch point is a thorn in the side of anyone trying to chip away at your dominance. Here's a hard pill. If your differentiation is easy to explain, easy to copy, or easy to dismiss, it's rubbish. Your moat must have layers so complex, so interwoven, that competitors try to shortcut but fall flat. Embrace complexity. Complicate your model if it means building a fortress no one else can assemble like you can. Ship features no one else delivers. But more importantly, embed them so deeply into your users' habits and business processes that switching costs become enormous, intangible locks. This is the power of operational moats. The friction you craft isn't a handicap, it's your secret weapon. Now understand that moats aren't static. They require relentless evolution. If you rest on your laurels believing you built a fortress for life, you will watch it crumble. The battlefield shifts daily. New tech emerges, new players appear. The only way to keep your moat intact is to watch, listen, anticipate, and rebuild constantly. This is brutal work. Your moat building is a living, breathing beast demanding vigilance, innovation, and a mindset that sees every competitor as a challenge to your survival and growth. Let complacency be the enemy. It kills moats faster than any rival. Finally, remember this. Building a market moat through competitive differentiation is the ultimate act of rebellion against the status quo. It's a fight not just for market share, but for freedom. The freedom to create on your own terms, to define what excellence means in your space, to lead a network of individuals who together rewrite the rules of the game. You're not here to play small or safe. You're here to disrupt the comfortable illusions everyone else buys into, and to leave behind a legacy so strong no one even dares to cross your gates. So get up. Stop chasing cheap wins or superficial hype. Lock in on what makes you burned and hungry. Build differentiation so fierce it bleeds through everything you do. Create a moat so vast it crushes competition and protects your tribe. Because in this world built on illusions and fragile rules, only the rare few who master their moats get to transcend the ordinary and command the future. This is your call. This is your fight. Now go build that wall nobody can climb.